How much does property management cost in Wenatchee? If you own a property in Wenatchee, you're probably wondering, how much does professional property management actually cost? And is it worth paying for? Most property management companies charge a monthly management fee, a tenant placement fee, and sometimes additional fees for inspections, lease renewals, or maintenance coordination. In this video, I'll explain the typical fees you will see in the Wenatchee area, what those fees should include, and the questions you need to ask before hiring a property manager. I'm McLean with M Property Management. We manage rental properties throughout the Wenatchee Valley and North Central Washington. Let's begin with the monthly management fee. In Washington State, a typical property management company charges approximately 7% to 10% of the monthly rent. For example, if your property rents for $2,000 per month, a 7% management fee would be $140 per month. A 10% fee would be $200 per month. That fee will generally cover the day-to-day management of the property, including collecting rent, communicating with tenants, coordinating maintenance, handling lease compliance, sending owner statements, responding to tenant concerns and questions, managing late payments and notices. But every management agreement is different. A lower monthly fee does not necessarily mean a lower total cost. Some companies advertise a low management percentage, but then charge additional fees for services you assumed were included. Tenant placement or leasing fees. The second major expense is the tenant placement fee. This covers the work involved in finding and placing a qualified tenant, including professional marketing, photography, advertising the property, scheduling the showings, processing the applications, verifying employment and income, reviewing credit and background information, preparing the lease, and coordinating the move-in. A typical tenant placement fee can range from 50% to 100% of 1 month's rent. For a property renting for $2,000 per month, that could be between $1,000 and $2,000. That may sound substantial, but placing the wrong tenant can cost considerably more through unpaid rent, property damages, legal expenses, and an extended vacancy. The important question isn't simply what is the leasing fee? The better question is, what does the property manager do to find, evaluate, and place the right tenant? Additional fees to ask about. Before hiring a property manager, ask for a complete list of possible charges, especially when the property management fees are lower on the percentage. These may include setup or onboarding fees, lease renewal fees, property inspection fees, vacancy fees, eviction coordination fees, maintenance markups, advertising costs, and cancellation fees. Some companies mark up every maintenance invoice by 10% or more. At M Property Management, we use trusted vendors and pass their pricing along without any maintenance markup. Oftentimes you'll see management companies with lower management fees, but they make up for it in maintenance and expenses. See, they're incentivized to have to do maintenance and repairs on your property, where in property management, we're not incentivized to do that. We will avoid all unnecessary maintenance and repairs. At the same time, give you advice on what repairs to make in the lowest cost fashion for the longest profit and protection of your property. We also do not charge the owner a monthly management fee while the property is vacant. We get paid when the owner is receiving rent. Those details matter because two companies can advertise the same management percentage while producing very different total costs. What would management cost on a $2,000 rental? Let's put this into a real example. Assume you own a Wenatchee property renting for $2,000 per month. A typical monthly management rate of 7 to 10%, you might pay between $140 and $200 per month. And remember, that's only when the tenant is paying rent. Over a full year, that would be approximately $1,680 to $2,400. If the property also needs a tenant, the placement fee could add another $1,000 to $2,000. That puts the potential first-year cost between approximately $2,680 and $4,400 before any optional or additional charges. Remember, this is a general market example, not a quote from M Property Management. The actual cost depends on the property, number of units, services needed, and the management plan selected. Is professional property management worth it? The real question isn't what property management costs, it's what poor management could be costing you now. If a $2,000 per month property sits vacant for one extra month, the owner has already lost $2,000. If the rent is $100 below the market, that is another $1,200 in lost income every year. Then consider the cost of poorly screened tenants, missed rent increases, deferred maintenance, improper notices or lease documentation, your personal time handling calls, showings, and emergencies. Professional management should do more than collect rent. It should help you protect the property, reduce unnecessary vacancies, improve rental performance, and give the owner their time back. The cheapest property manager is not always the least expensive, and the company with the highest fee is not automatically the best. Look at the complete service, total fee structure, local experience, tenant screening process, communication, and results. At the M Property Management, we provide full service management for single-family homes, multifamily properties, and apartment buildings. Our services include marketing, tenant screening, rent collection, inspections, lease enforcement, maintenance, coordination, and owner reporting. Our objective is simple: protect your investment, improve its rental performance, and remove the day-to-day stress of being a landlord. If you own a rental property in Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, or the surrounding areas, call M Property Management at 509-255-8071. We'll review your property, estimate its potential rental value, and explain the management options, cost based on your specific situation. Again, that number is 509-255-8071. You can also use the link below this video to request a free rental estimate. I'm Nick McLean with M Property Management. Thanks for watching.